All right, good morning. We're about to begin. If you're joining us on Zoom, if you can please make sure that you are visible on camera and your device is muted. If you are in a vehicle, you need to be in a stopped position during the court proceedings. Ms. Borrego, any quick announcements before we begin the docket?
Yes, I do, Your Honor. I have some dismissal announcements.
Okay, go ahead.
The first one is for number 1 on the court's docket.
DeAndre Andrews?
Yes, Your Honor, we'll be moving to dismiss that for insufficient evidence.
Okay. Case will be dismissed. Mr. Andrews? All right, he's not present. Any other announcements, Ms. Borrego?
Yes, Your Honor, for number 5 on the court's docket.
Mr. Andy Leos? Mr. Leos, go ahead and stand on up, sir.
State will be moving to dismiss for defense of prosecution.
Okay, let me pull that one out. All right, Mr. Leo's case is dismissed, so you are free to go this morning, sir. All right, any other announcements, Ms. Borrego?
Yes, Your Honor. Next one is for number 6.
Mr. Jose Perales?
Mr. Perales also has a defense to prosecution, so state will be moving to dismiss.
All right, Mr. Perales' case is dismissed. You are free to go, sir. Any others?
Yes, next is for number 7.
Rafael Quinlantan Mendoza?
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Ms.
Mr.
Borrego.
Quilantan also has a defense to prosecution, so we will be moving to dismiss.
All right, Mr. Quinlantan, case is dismissed. Y'all are free to go. Do you mind translating, Jack? It's dismissed.
And lastly, Your Honor, number 8.
All right, Maria Villa? All right,
And-
she's in the back, and hers will be a dismissal as well, Ms. Borrego?
That is correct. She has a defense to prosecution.
All right, Ms. Villa, case is dismissed. Y'all are free to go. Thank you. All right, and that will take care of all the announcements, Ms. Borrego?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Good morning, everyone else that's left. As I said, this is McAllen Municipal Court. We're going to begin our August 19th parking docket. If you are here today, it is because you received a citation or a summons for a parking violation here in the city of McAllen. And what we'll do is we'll call you up one by one today. We'll talk about exactly what violations you'll be facing. We'll talk about what the fine is attached to those cases, and then we'll go ahead and see if we can dispose of the case today or whether you would be requesting a trial on those charges. All the cases we're going to speak about today are Class C misdemeanors, meaning they're punishable by fine only of no more than $500 usually. Although in our parking citations, there are a couple specifically parking in a handicap zone that do exceed the $500 threshold. When we call you up, depending on what the charges, we will let you know exactly what your fine amount is today. Now, in each of these cases, you do have the right to hire an attorney to represent you. If not, you can represent yourself, make your own legal decisions, and you can actually even try your own cases here in our court. You do have the right to contest any of these citations or summons with a trial. And if you'd like a trial, I can talk to you about the trial options here in the court, and you can tell me which will work best for you. And lastly, if you do go to trial in this court, you do have the right to ask the prosecutor's office what evidence they have against you. And as long as it's not protected by any state or federal law, you're going to get to see that evidence before you go to trial. All right, let's go ahead and call number 1 on the, or not number 1, but number 2 on the docket, but the first one that's not dismissed. And that's going to be Mr. Joshua Begum. I believe he is on, or Belgum, I'm sorry. I believe he is online via Zoom. Mr. Belgum, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Mr. Belgum, good morning. We have you here today, sir, for a discharging a fireworks ticket. That ticket usually here in the city is going to be $100. Ms. Borrego, I know Mr. Belgum is joining us online. Have you had a chance to review his case, and do you have any recommendations here?
Yes, Your Honor. State is recommending 1 month deferred disposition plus full fine.
Okay. You write that down. So the state recommendation, Mr. Belgum, is a deferral, which would keep this off of your record. Essentially, as long as you complete the terms, the case would be dismissed at the end of the deferral period, which would be 30 days. What they're asking is you stay out of trouble for the next 30 days, no new citations or arrests. And then you would pay the fee as you would on a normal ticket during that 30-day period. And once the fee is in and you haven't had any trouble in 30 days, the case gets dismissed against you. Do you think you would be interested in accepting that state offer, or do you think at this time you would like to reject and instead ask for a trial?
Yeah, I reject that.
Okay, and so you want to go to trial, sir, is that correct?
That's correct.
All right, now, Mr. Belgum, we have two different types of trials in this court. I'm going to describe them both to you, and then you can tell me which one you think you would want to use on your case. So the first type of trial is a traditional jury trial, so similar to what you would see on TVs or a movie. There would be 6 jurors that would be selected by yourself and the prosecutor, and then those jurors would determine whether or not there was a violation of the city ordinance against discharging fireworks. The fine could be anywhere from the current fine, which is $100. The jury would have a max fine of $500 they could assess in that charge. Now, the second type of trial that we have is a little bit more informal. You don't have to pick a jury. It's called a bench trial. And that's where the case is essentially just argued to a judge and one of the 5 judges that sit here in McAllen. And that judge will determine whether or not there's been a violation and assess any penalties. Do you think you would prefer a jury trial in this charge, or do you think you would prefer a bench trial?
A bench trial's fine.
Okay. Now, Mr. Belgum, part of the rights now that you're going to trial is that you do have the right, as I said when I was giving my admonishments, to ask Ms. Borrego's office what evidence they have against you. And as long as it's not protected by any sort of law, you actually get to see that evidence before trial. To trigger this right, all you have to do is send an email to the prosecutor and say, hey, I want to see my evidence. And she will go ahead and pull any evidence that any agency has submitted on this charge, and she'll meet with you in her office and you all can go over the evidence together. So that way you get a chance to see any evidence they have against you before the trial starts. Do you think you would want to go ahead and see any evidence they may have, or do you think you would want to waive that right in writing?
I'd probably ask to see it. That's fine.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and put Ms. Borrego's email in the group chat of the Zoom, and you can email her as soon as we're done with this court hearing and just let her know that you need to see your evidence. That way she can begin pulling it. So it'll kind of speed up the process a little bit, because the longer you wait, the longer it takes to get to trial. Okay.
Okay.
All right. And Mr. Belgum, are you going to be representing yourself, or do you think you're going to be hiring an attorney in this charge?
No, I've got a family attorney.
Okay. All right. If that attorney is going to represent you, all they have to do, Mr. Belgum, between the next now and the next hearing, is send in a letter of representation here to the court, and then we'll go ahead and add them onto the docket as your counsel for the next hearing. What we're going to do, Mr. Belgum, is I'm going to issue you what's called a PR bond since you appeared in court today. What that means is that you're not going to have to put any money down to hold the case while you stay out as a bond. Instead, since you appeared today, I'm going to trust you that you're going to appear for future court settings, but you do need to fill out that paperwork. So we will send that to you via email, but you will not have to pay anything on the ticket while the case is pending. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, Mr. Belgum, we're going to go ahead and get you a pretrial date that will be emailed to you along with those PR bond paperwork. And we will go ahead and see you in roughly about 30 days for the pretrial setting. Just go ahead and make sure that you email Ms. Borrego, and she will go ahead and start pulling the evidence in your case.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Belgum. We appreciate you coming to court today.
Thank you.
All right. We'll enter not guilty plea, do a PR bond, and set on the bench trial track. All right. And Mr. Belgum, as soon as you've gotten the email, you are free to leave, sir.
Thank you.
All right, next case on the docket that has not been taken care of is going to be State of Texas versus Jorge Gallardo. Jorge Gallardo, this is a noise violation. All right, we're going to go ahead and enter a no-show for Mr. Gallardo. Miss Anazette Yaresi Gonzalez. Anazette Yaresi Gonzalez, this is attorney Robert Steindl. Did we receive a letter of representation, Miss Jimenez? Okay.
And it looks like he also did submit, and I just noticed right now, Your Honor,
continuance.
a motion for continuance. Since we did just send the evidence to defense counsel yesterday, the state would be unopposed.
Okay, let's go ahead and set Mr. Steindl and Miss Gonzalez for the docket in September, which I believe is September 16th. So a little less than a month out. Would that be okay, Mrs. Borrego?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we're going to go ahead, and I think that concludes our parking docket. Any answers from the no-shows, Mr. Schwartz? All right, there being no further response, we'll go ahead and enter the answers for the no-shows and go ahead and proceed on the warrants and forfeitures in those cases. That will conclude our parking docket. We will recess until our 10 a.m. animal care services docket.
They're definitely dropping that.
Yeah.